Today we're working on a GMC Yukon. This would also work for a Chevy Tahoe or Escalade or a GMC Sierra, and this is to deal with the blend doors on the HVAC system, the heating and air conditioning, that are out of calibration. So this is the manual type on this car. There's also an auto one. On the manual one, it has these sliders and has these knobs, and the auto one is a little bit less going on there, just has an auto button. So to recalibrate on the auto one, you want to turn on your truck and press the auto button and then just turn it off. On the manual one, you don't have to touch anything initially. So all you really need to do this job is something to pull a fuse or something to disconnect the battery. Pulling the fuse is probably the easiest, and just take you a couple of minutes. So on this car, we knew it was out of calibration because when you would ask for cold, they just kept blowing hot air. Other symptoms could be that when you move this selector switch for mode around, it doesn't really change anything. So it just means that the computer is not able to respond to these settings. So recalibration will fix it. And the way you do that, you just want to pop the hood, go around, and right in front of the steering wheel, inside here, is the fuse box. So pull up this cover, and you can look on your chart, and you're looking for one that says Hvac/ECAS, Hvac/ECAS, and it's a 10 amp. So you look over here, just kind of match up the diagram with your fuse box, and it's right above a 25 amp. I'm going to grab it, I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to go for, get my stopwatch here, we're going to go for between 1 to 2 minutes, so at least 1 minute. You go up as high as 2 minutes, and then you put the fuse back in. So we want stopwatch. Alright, so we're going to start it, pull that fuse. We're going to go at least a minute. And again, that fuse is located right there. It's just up from that 25 amp, and they call it the Hvac/ECAS 10 amp. Coming up on half a minute. So this is a really easy procedure, and it'll fix a lot of problems with the HVAC system. Sometimes the actual actuator motors are messed up and they need to be replaced, and other times it's just out of calibration. If the battery got wound down or got disconnected and you lose power to the computer, you'll have to, when you restart, when you put the power back, you're going to have to recalibrate the HVAC. So that's what we're doing now. Alright, so that's a minute. So anywhere between a minute to 2 minutes, make sure you hit at least a minute. We're going to put that back in. Alright. That back on. Close that. We're going to run the motor for between 1 to 2 minutes. So we're going to go a minute and a half just to be safe. Get our watch reset. Alright, just going to reset it, and we're going to go running it all the way, engine fully on, for 1 to 2 minutes, and you'll probably hear it recalibrate. Let's start. So on the auto one, it'll default to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. On the manual one, you're just going to hear the different motors throughout the car actuating, moving around. So what they do is they to recalibrate, they turn all the way to one side and then all the way back to the other side. And when that's happening, you don't want to touch any of the controls. Once you've done the time limit, we're going to go up to about 1:45. We'll shut the engine off. We're going to wait at least 30 seconds and then we'll turn it back on. So during this time, regardless of whether it's manual or auto, you'll hear different actuators. There's a series of them up here, one here, one there, underneath the dash there, and underneath the dash there. So you got 4 up here, you got some in the back, and you'll hear those things turning all the way one direction, then all the way the other direction. And that's how they do their calibration. Alright, so we're going to say stop, turn off the engine, go at least 30 seconds pause now. Can be between 30 seconds to a minute. So at least 30, but no more than a minute. And then what you'll do is just turn the engine back on, and then you can, at that point, you can move things around and test them. And if it didn't work, don't fret about it. Just go and run the procedure one more time. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. Alright, so it's about 45 seconds. So we're going to start the engine back up. Now you can try things, see what you get. So you can kind of feel what's happening. It'd be good to turn your fan on to maybe 3. Try moving this mode around. So that wasn't working before. When you'd move it around, it was just stuck on defrost all the time. Now I can feel air, so that worked. Yeah, that's working. Now I feel I'm on this station, so I'm getting even more air. If I go here, I'm getting a blend between air here and air down by my feet. If I go that one, it's just feet. I got no air coming out. That's working. And if I go to these guys, it will go to defrost and feet, or just defrost. Yeah, so that's totally working. And then to measure temperature, it's a little bit tricky when you first start because the engine has to warm up, but I'm going to put it on hot. See what we get. Yeah, there's heat. One problem I used to have on heat is the actuator that lives right here would go all the way to one end of its travel, but then it would just keep trying to go. It wouldn't stop, and you hear a click, 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 click. That appears to be gone so far. So that recalibration has fixed that. I don't know if that'll hold, or if that's a bad actuator. That's a hard one to replace because of where it is, right about here. There's just not much room to work to replace it. It's possible, but it's hard to get to. So the heat's working. Let me go to the cold. Yeah, they got cold right away. Perfect. One other thing that it's hard to measure, but if you press that one, you have recirculation. I think that worked because we have a difference in frequency of the air sound. If I press it again, the frequency changes. So I think that's actually working. So pretty good. That recalibration seems to have gotten all the systems working properly again. And I think that's something you can try if you have some weird symptoms coming up, or if you have your battery becomes disconnected and you lose power. When you put the power back in, it's important to do this recalibration procedure. So the way we did it again is, if it's an auto system, turn on your truck first, and once it's on, press auto. And once you've done that, you can turn it off. You go to the trunk, you're going to pull that 10 amp fuse, the HVAC fuse, pull it out. I use needle nose pliers, but you can use anything to grab it, pull it out. And you're going to wait about a minute, between a minute to 2 minutes. Put it back in, come around, turn on the engine, and let it run between a minute to 2 minutes. I want about a minute 45. And during that time, you'll hear all these actuators doing their thing. Then turn it off, and then wait between 30 seconds to a minute. I want about 45 seconds. And during that rest, you don't want to, during any of that procedure, you don't want to touch any of your controls. And then once you've done that time with the engine off, between a minute to 2 minutes, I'm sorry, between 30 seconds to a minute, then turn it back on, and then you can test it and make sure everything's working. So that's great. Hope that this worked great for this truck. Hope it works good for you. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance. Thanks so much for watching our video. We really appreciate your support. And when you get a chance, please press the subscribe button below so you can be subscribed, and also the notification bell so we can send you more videos about appliance repair. Please also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you really liked the video and it really helped you, please press this new applaud button, and you can show your support and also get a nice clapping hands for your video. Thanks again.